Hello, hello, hello. My name is Brenda Jean Power. I have a Medicine Woman Solution, and we have a wonderful show that we're going to do today. We're going to wait for people to come in. That means we're going to share some of the stuff going out. And hopefully you are able to join us. So how do we do this? I got to share it. Share it to who? Let's share it. Let's see here. And hello. Hello, hello. Yep, I do readings. I do other little things that can help people. So right now I'm just going to send out a few out, and if you could share it, that'd be great too. What's up, Darren? Jojo under. Okay. So you're asking the question if it is true. And when it comes to, so do you really believe in spells and things like this? That's up to you. At one point, I was in a situation where the energy dictated, yes. So yes, you are. Okay, so I'm going to just check in and I'm going to ask Spirit. So when you have the situation like this, is it true there's a love spell? And I feel that there's more of a conditioned process. So my answer would be no, because I'm looking for, is it the same situation? And they said no. How people are reacting or how people are doing is that there's a certain condition and there's a certain amount of a pushing. So there's always a passive aggressive. And I feel like there's an aggressive act, not meaning mean, but somebody wants something to get done. So their mannerisms and things like this is going to be out there. Which means, oops, I didn't start that live. Okay, let's start again. There we go. My live on the other show didn't start, so start that up. Now, if you happen to find me and you would like, so he's not under one, not that I could see. On an energy thing, no. If you're making one, you're going to have to do something deeper. Or if he's telling you that he is doing that, there's a whole other story. So you got to tell me if you feel like, let's talk about this. You still here? And how you use the quantum field to help you understand what's going on. Did he tell you that he was under a spell and he did something he shouldn't have done? Or have you been making spells and seeing if it work? You talk to me and we probably could look at things deeper. Okay. Okay. So we find out about energy. You can listen to the field. Why is this shit happening to me? Why is this happening? How can I change it? I don't like the way my life is so-and-so, I feel this thing with this person and it doesn't feel good. And we can heal, you can heal all those. You literally can. I'm looking for my moderator. Probably should tell him I'm on. Hey, let's find my thing and I will go and talk to them. Because this isn't easy to do, is to get on these shows and hopefully people will show up. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. So you take the people that want to come in and talk about things. And this isn't just a one-off. And the question is can I feel energy? Yeah. I can read energy. I can tell you emotionally what's going on. And I'm going to have to get my, what do you call it? My admin. Oh, let's see. Where did they go? If you have a question, emotional shit shows, you want to heal them, you want to know why you feel that way, are you worried? We can help you heal that out and understand why. That's up to you. That's up to you how you want to do it. So again, I'm just going to put it out there about, to share it out so people can know that I'm here. Oh, let's see. I want that. That didn't work. Hi, hey, Crystal. How are you? Glad that you're here. Just doing my best to connect with people and trying to get out, learn this one. So seems like a doozy. How do you find people that really like your show, that really would be interested in your show? How can you do that? Hi, hello, honey. I don't feel alone anymore. Thank you. It helps when you guys are here, and it helps we could share this up. See, I don't know how you do it for so many hours in a row because you're just sitting here and you're waiting or twiddling your thumbs. And how do you catch people, get their attention? How can you do it? So I'm looking at how can I follow out, because there's a ton of people here, but how do you oh, well, we'll see. We'll see. Especially if it does only one at a time. And you can't really send it out like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I kind of dig in the colors. I wish I could do that in real life and it would stay. But I know after 2 washings, it would be nothing. I think it is a fascinating color. It's so funny because this looks like it's black when it's actually dark blue. Man, you certainly can. You come here to entertain me. What kind of question do you have? Oh, thank you. I used to color my hair in real life, but yeah, so she, I don't know if they know their real names or if they're smashed together. Shadina? Do you see Hanson giving me a sincere apology? So this is how I'm going to look at it. We have the situations with energy. Edna, or Edna, whatever. I'm not very good at that. So here we go. This person is looking for a sincere apology. Will they get it? I feel that you will get an apology. How sincere will it be on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being really sincere? I see it's a 2. I said, are they capable of giving any more than that? No. Why? Because they haven't really learned how to really do this. So I'm looking at, are they going to hold back? But your anxiety says, oh my God, I feel that they're not going to really be honest with me. And as I span my importance of self, that I want to be in this relationship too, sometimes, so Spirit says, are you obsessing about it right now? Because if you're obsessing about it right now, you can actually get clarity and begin to hear with your heart whether or not. So we can heal this out. We can change it. Did you even know you could do that? Because right now your thoughts are very much kind of like insanity. They just don't like to shut up. Okay. Do you know you can heal it? If you'd like to help you look at how your brain is and help you comment, but I'm confused. I feel like he did and does love me. This is where your brain is not going to allow you to hear it. So you are looking for clarity. So how about if we physically help you help yourself so that you can get clarity? Because all your past programs, all the stuff, all the emotions, chemical peptides, everything is not going to allow you to get this. Remember, he can't do it as well as that you would like him to do. So you're expecting you out of him, and he can only do him the way he can. And then if we start helping you make clarity, you will then go into a situation where you can go, oh, wait a minute, I see it now. Because the emotional chemical peptides cause you to lose clarity. So if you'd like to play with me, I can help you. So you said on a scale from 0 to 10, it's 2 out of sincerity. But see, you're not hearing me with your spiritual mindset. You're hearing me with your fear. You're hearing me with your anxiety. I'm asking if you want to get clarity, let's heal that out. He doesn't know how to be anything other than his own. Yes. Yes. See, you're expecting him out of you out of him. And I won't answer any more questions until you want to play so that you can start hearing and getting the clarity so you can start asking the right question. Okay. So in this case, you're going to go and you're going to go to your right leg. You're going to go to the top of your foot and you're going to follow your big toe and your second toe. And you're going to follow them up until you get to the 2 bones meet and you fall in. Now, find that spot on your foot. Okay, go to your right leg, right foot, and follow those 2 bones up, follow it in. Then take your hand and slide it across. Now, what's happening is your electromagnetic energy is stopping you from actually having clarity to what you're asking for. So after you do this, and then when you're done, you're going to push in. Don't slide it across. That does nothing. Push it in and give it a deep penetrating rub. And then do that 30 times. So you're going to slide your hand across, palm, back of the hand, palm. Just you're going to go back. Do that 12 times, and then you push in and rub 30. And when you're done, say done, and I'll give you the next point. But measure how you feel confused. Measure how you are asking that question. I just feel like he's not going to. I'm worried he won't, because your brain can't get out of obsession. So let me know when you're finished. And you say done, and I'll give you the next point. So Loving Heart says, I listened to the reading on Facebook, and exactly right. So, and I believe I gave you a healing tool, right? So go ahead and keep healing, because you're worth the healing. So get yourself back into it. And I'm doing my best to remember what I said to you. But yeah, it totally makes sense now, doesn't it? Hi, Lucci. How are you? I don't know how you do it. You and Amy, you get on here and you guys wreck. I think it's a time of day you come in. Okay, so she's done. And so we're going to go to the next point. Okay, hon? Wow, we're going to go back to the liver, right where we just are. And you need to rub that a little bit more. Make sure you're pushing in and rubbing. Because they're saying is that sore spot, by the way? Because usually when we're really stressed, the tops of our feet will begin to get sore, and that is the liver point, and really will become more sore than you need to be. Okay. So when you ask a question, let's get you to get your mind and get clarity, give you some self-empowerment. Loving Heart says, yes, that you did. It's about awkward silence. Yes, very awkward. So healing and knowing. So look up the word awkward. That's AWKWARD. Look it up. And if you're not quite sure of the feeling, which you sounds like you do, you can even ask Google. Google, what's it feel like to feel awkward? And you can do it. But yeah, awkward silence. You just applied for your passport. Good job. Thank you, Angela. So, okay. So yes, I'm assuming that means done. Now, before we go any further, you're going to go to your left hand and you're going to go right here. Okay. Now, before we go any further, I want you to measure, is the clarity still just as bad? Okay. Oh, is it just as bad, or is it lessening? Is it feeling lighter? The reason I feel anxious is because he used to be really open and honest, but I broke up with him. Okay. This means you got an old program from the past that's interfering with your relationship in the now. So if we wanted to unpack a lot of crap, you could get yourself back into a line, either back with him, or you could rise higher and find somebody, that's more in line with you. So I became very cold and unable to express himself. Yes. Okay. So if you guys are in a conflict or in a state, so if one's growing and not the other one's growing, there's going to be conflict. So you got to get yourself right so that you can get back into it. So grab, well, I'm not going to answer that until you do this. So grab this, and this is your right hand. And I took my gloves off out there. That figures. Take your right hand, and this is your right hand. Find under your pinky, right there. Slide your hand across, because just like we did, and you don't think it looks silly, do it, because you're going to be going, oh, this is doing something. Okay, so it's changing the way your heart feels. It causes the blocks. You're going to start to get more joy. Now, get in there and rub that point. You're talking to someone I can't see. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So you just keep rubbing, because that's deeply important that you do that rub. It's like, where'd my mouse go? Oh, well, that's good to know. I was like, why don't I have my YouTube screen up? But apparently I do have YouTube on. Now, if you get a reading on here and ever want to watch it again, you just go to YouTube and watch the replay. Because once you start to get clarity, you may want to hear it again. Now, this is going to help the heart. The first one's about irrational thinking, about the chemical peptides. I know. And that, you know, I was so glad to do this, except for as soon as you do what, 1 or 2 washings, it would go back. It was so hard to maintain before. I do like this. Now you got to decide. I feel like there's a part of you that's not shifting your thinking. So what you got to do is that I feel an awareness occurred, but I don't know if you're aware of it. Do you feel a 10 in the beginning? Oh my God. Do you feel that it's not as strong? Do you feel like the issue that you're looking at is not as strong? 10 is the worst. Because if you can start getting this, you'll start noticing the energies are changing so that you can get back more onto a joy path. See, and at this point, they won't give any other answer until you start to see it. Because it is up to you. And Ames, if you go and read what I type so that you know, then you can, you know. So if your energy, because you gave energy away, you lost energy, you gave your power away, you never created closure to that relationship. You never created closure because you want him back. Well, the pain is still fresh. Everything is still there, but you need closure so that you can reinvest. You're just confused on how on what. Someone could change. Okay, so you've never changed. You stay the same. Okay, like many relationships, this is why when you start to wake up, you start to understand social intelligence. And one of them is, for instance, if that intolerance tube, if they can't stand the way you've done something, let's say you bitch and guys moan around, I don't like the way you cook food, I don't like it. So when you begin to notice, are you getting each other's so evil and colds because they had enough about something, or they don't want you to get too close to something they're hiding. But you've got to understand your inner world creates an outer world. Okay. He said extremely evil things. Yes. Do you know what my ex said to me? Is he's trying to win me back? Well, you're white trash. I can put you back where I got you from because I took you out. I can put you back. I have that much power. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, no. They will get desperate at what they're saying because they have a particular outcome. Well, that's the thing. What are they tired of? See, and what we do is we go into fear. So part of your fear runs in. Was he evilly attacked? And I'm getting, no. I said, so did he have an experience that caused him to respond that way? Yes. Did he have an experience just recently? No. This is something that he's true colors. Yeah. Okay. So how long you guys been together? That's a good question. Yeah, see, you're noticing it's about pushing you away. But here's the question: how long you guys been together? Well, chances are probably maybe yes. See, I'm a metaphysician. I'm able to see the little things we do. Okay, so in 2018 to 2020, as we were together, but we broke up, and you're still pining. And in 2021, you tried again. An X is an X is for a reason. You sound like you're hung up on him and you're not ready to be over with it. So in my relationship, I think I broke his heart. So yeah, sometimes people do payback and push away, but if he was hurt, now see, this is what I'm looking at. Okay, so does he want her back? He's not going to get past his issues. When you got trust that's broken, or you have pain and suffering, they can change the way you are. But I was saying, why would he treat you that way that he's never treated you that way before? Because why would you want to continue to be treated that way? I'm looking at how you guys got together, and he came together. He didn't even know himself, is what I'm hearing. And then when he started to reveal himself after he won you, there was just some rocky roads. But hey, isn't that just life? Not really, but we call it that. And this is where you have no closure. I did so much for him. Now you're going to self-justify. Your body's trying to tell you that you have still a lot of life invested in him. Okay. See, the points I helped you rub was supposed to help you have some clarity, but you're hung up on wanting one particular outcome. And I said, and that is to get him back. I want to know answers because I want him back. And I said, so you want the answers so you feel better? They go, no, I'm conditioned because I watch my family act this way. And around 5 years old is where I developed this auto response and habit. And I'm very timid. I don't want to do certain things alone. I just want to know if he's aware of how much he hurts me. See, that's not what you said. Because when you start to heal, see, being honest, how you know. Now the words are there. We want payback. We want revenge. We want them to hurt. He's your son and you're the planet. You're evolving around him. Keep giving him your power again and again and again because you have a particular outcome. I want him to hurt as much as I hurt. I want him to know. I want him to face up and say to me, even if he did. I had this one client, well, actually a couple. And even when they did, that wasn't sincere. Nope. You have to heal that pain. On a scale from 0 to 10, I just want to know if he's aware of how much he hurt me. Put that on a scale from 0 to 10. Put it on a scale from 0 to 10. And if you can give me a number, that 10 is the worst, and you can give me a number, I will give you a point so you can hold to get it down. But I have a feeling that you're not going to do it because you're going to go, no, I am not giving up this pain because this sensation is so it won't happen again. So you're wrestling on the inside of you. Yes, the moment you believed those words hurt, you gave your power away. You're saying you still want to? I think you need to take it back. Now, if you want any more, then you are more welcome to head and pay. See, paypal.me/readings11. And then I'll talk to you some more. I offered to give you more healings, but no, I know you're aware they hurt you, but you are so desperate to want him to feel the same pain you felt. So you're 10. Hold left wrist, left. Find 2 positions. Put your thumb there. Push in deep, finger in the palm. Make the letter C. Put your 3 fingers and place your palm on your forehead and let your hand drop. And sit like that and focus on how much the pain is and how much you want him to know and to think this. And then give it about 5 minutes. But you got to measure, or you're not going to be able to know how to heal yourself. You're just going to be this hell loop. But after 5 minutes, measure and notice that it is, if it's different. Okay. There, see, paypal.me. See, it's from my mind was like, I see it correct either way. Cost is $24. Ain't nothing much. Trust me. Okay. Will I receive my claim? All right. So I'm going to look to see, is it in your cards that how we do anything is how you do anything. So will you receive your claim? And I really feel you will, but I feel like there's something towards yourself, like you're very aggressive towards yourself, being very angry and like an impatience and an intolerance, which then causes you to be awkward, and which causes your 41 thoughts per minute to be about something you don't really want it to be about. Hello, I'm from Australia too. I'm from Adelaide. Thank you. In real life, it's a pain in the ass to keep this color, but I love the filter. I used to color my hair all the time. Got so tired of it. See, you're dwelling and you need to keep healing. You need to keep healing. I'm not answering that. You need to understand, I don't sit there and give away my energy if your brain set is going to be in that same way. The tools are to help you to get back into empowerment so that you can figure out that next thing. Could have fooled me with the beautiful. Oh, well, thank you. Really? That's so funny. I've had people tell me that. But then I've had some people that go, oh, she's in Australia. Oh, I can't wait for that accent. So then they come on and they're like, oh, well, I'm looking at their face. And then their family member goes, they were expecting an Australian accent. But yeah. Oh, you enjoyed that? Yes. Up to, I think, 145 now, pumping iron. So if you got a question and you want to learn about metaphysically how to help self-empower to heal yourself, let me know. You can do a lot of good healing. You can do a lot that can help yourself, and you don't have to feel like you have lack of power. You're in Perth. Awesome. Finally, I'm getting some people from Australia. It's so funny. I have Australian friends. That's all they attract. And I think it has to do with the fact that I'm American down under. I love it here. Been here 8 years. Do not choose to ever want to go back. I may go back to visit, but to live, no, this is my home. And I love South Adelaide. I just love it. So this is a metaphysical program. It's about you learning how to empower yourself. I can read your energy field. I don't enter anybody's space. Your shit's already hanging out. And if you're wondering why life is, feeling like shit, or why is this happening to me, I'll tell you why. And I can use a tool to help you to advance yourself so you can do self-empowerment. I just ordered my passport so I can visit Oz. See, that's one step closer. It's taking action. It's like when somebody says to me, well, I want to win the lottery. Well, why is it not happening? Well, did you play? You got to first get into the game. So now you keep saying, I want to come to Australia. Finally, you're starting to get into the game, what you're doing towards your goal. Now, one of them is my passport. Very good. Very good. And that's what you need to do, is the passport. So if you're looking for understanding of why your life's a shit show, did you know you can heal it? Did you know you can do a lot of things? So I don't use cards. I can, but that's not, you can go to anybody for those. This is about empowerment. This is about you choosing to change your world, evolve into a certain way that you don't have to live in hell. You don't, and most of you probably think, oh, I got a great life. Miserable bastard. That you have to notice that you're losing power, and that why is that happening? You can actually heal that. You can heal the different stages of who you are. So I had done my other show, and I'm taking a short break. And I love the pay it forwards we had on that show. I'm not sure exactly how to do this one, but we'll get there. I do now. I didn't 3.5 years ago. Yeah, because you are learning and growing, and your brain needs you every single day to do just that. And when you are allowing yourself to be something more than what you're used to, I will just tell you, you are an amazing person. Oops, hold on. I do now. Yeah, amazing person. I do now. Yes. So I love doing and teaching my classes. So we'll be doing some a healing. So if you guys are into meditation, then there is a Lion's Gate meditation that's going to occur. So now I've got to go make sure I go and set up the thing and get the people that have already paid to know where they're going. And then we can set up information. So that's going to be any day now that you guys will get that. For $45, you get a healing, and you get to set up and play. And then we get to do the meditation, and then we will be talking afterwards, so you can actually start to bring in those energy fields to help you. It's a remarkable time. It's through the Lion's Gate, and it is all about bringing in that abundance and that strength and learning how to build your intuition. And so then we have, I think in September is going to be a new program that's going to help people to move into how to heal out their shit show. So if you have a shit show of life, or our emotions, or you don't really know how to read emotions, I'm going to show you how to read them. I'm going to show you how to know how you know, how how to use your spiritual mindset, how to heal your shadows, your inner childs, and you can then take that energy back and apply it to your future. So you'll learn how to be more present as your authentic self. And so I teach you how to do what I do. And you'll eventually get to the point where you, oh, I get it now. You'll start getting wisdom and epiphanies and move forward. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So if you ever get a reading from me on this show, you understand, you come over, and what you'll get is you can look on YouTube and there it will be. So if you're looking for a reading, you're looking for, even if you just got a question about spirituality, thank you for the donuts. You enjoyed the meditation. That's awesome. See, and it can help change your world. Every year, it helps build and create a platform for you so that you can become this remarkable being more and more. I really so want to go do this to my hair. Yes, I had to have a little curl today. People are in Clapper going, what are you talking about? There's a filter on the other screen. So talk to me. See, again, I don't know how you and Lucci do it. Really do. Can you sense other people's intuitiveness? Oh, absolutely. The hardest part is to keep see, when I'm sensing the energies, I'm in discernment state. I'm in the seventh plane. I'm over there, and I can see how they're just missing the mark, or they're developing what's holding them back. Usually I'll see tons of wedges of people that have interference. Their pain and their suffering will stop them. Okay. Why would their pain and suffering stop them? Well, that's simple. They don't know that their past has anything that stops them from having that ability. And some people have learned to develop it because it's like, it's like water, it's like air. They finally are allowing themselves to become themselves. And when they're able to do that, it's like, oh my God, finally. But at the same time, when they really get going into it, if they're not watching, whether they're there or not, ego will come in and take over and take experiences, and then you become opinions. And it's like, no, you need to be able to translate and tell stories of how your experiences, so that other people can relate to their experience, so they still have their own power of choice of thinking. Hopefully that makes sense to people. So give me a shout out with a little FYPs and hashtags. Remember to use a hashtag, and then you can even say Medicine Woman Solution. Let's get this out there and help you heal yourself and empower others and get to going where we're going. So learning, oh, that's not it. I just don't know how I'm supposed to write. It doesn't take me there. I can hit like, thank you. There's an FYP. So I'm like, oh, I can hit like. So if you smash the screen, like right now, my finger's touching the screen. Yep, for your page, hashtag. I can give myself some likes. Hello, I like you, which is good inner communication, because one of our classes, we started learning how to do the breath of life and how to use affirmations with it. It can transform your world as long as you're dedicated with a little discipline, not mean to yourself, but saying, I'm worth it, I'm doing this, and take a little effort and show you the effort. Thank you for the FYP. And what will happen is that if you start, and when it comes to the breath of life, it's not about the counting, it's about allowing yourself to learn the steps and the stages. Thank you very much. Learning to help to give back. So if there's anybody out there that has a question about metaphysics, I can help you by answering them. I can help you understand what it is to just be human and not be spiritual. I can help you bridge the two. There's healing tools in different ways. Is Jean Ann here? Hold on. This is a green smoothie. It's not quite water. Oh, there's my water. But this is for Jean Ann. Gotta be careful because it's green. I don't want to have a green mustache. Hey, go with my hair though. Jam and Gemini. All I know is that every time I see that, I want to say something else, but no, that's not what I want. So, like I was telling people on the last show, oh, well, thank you so much for that. You got a question? Let me know. Hydration. People say, oh, I got a cup of coffee. I'm getting water. Are hydrated. I'm getting. No, you're not. Alchemy occurred. Yeah, you put water with coffee, you created a different substance. So alchemy occurs, and then it's created to dehydrate you. Oh, I'm drinking a beer, man. So, no, that's created to dehydrate you too. So be careful of what you're actually drinking. Understand, does it dehydrate or hydrate you? So I know that this creates a hydration, and so does this. And if like eating lettuce, it's full of water. That actually creates you to be hydrated. Is to eating food that has, yes, look for the water content. Look for it. Like watermelon is great. Thank you. Thank you. I really want this. I mean, the intense colors. Oh my God. I love it. I had it. So I did one time that I kept it the same color. And then down here was like a feather. That was hard to keep up. And it only lasted a few times because there's really nothing about permanency. And it's like, and what I wanted was red and black. And, and the black would stay a little longer. Red faded like not even brilliant pink. So I learned to drink water when I was younger, when I went out drinking. Yes. Oh, see, yes. So usually when you get up and you have a hangover, it's a lot of dehydration. Your electrolytes are all over the place. And so people have learned to drink water. And I totally agree with that. Totally good. It probably will. Ames, I don't know how you do this. I guess if I suppose, no. Thank you, Spirit. Cancel, clear, delete. Thank you, Spirit. So thank you, Spirit. We're going to ask Spirit to bring to us who am I supposed to talk to and who am I supposed to communicate with? And I am supposed to sit into this uncomfortableness of, oh, I got to sit here and talk. No. And it's funny as I've watched people just sit there and they wait for people to come on. And then they choose. And I'm thinking, they must have high numbers. Some people didn't, which surprised me. I thought, is my broadcast off? Meaning, is my energy off? You never know. Whew. But I think it's also about the time of the day, because I have watched my friends, Amy and Lucci, and they will come on at night. Now, I won't do that. By the time nighttime comes, I have been working so early and then so long, and then it's like, yeah, I'm ready for bed. I'm ready to kick back, watch some TV, and But you can't dictate to the stream flows of certain things. You have to follow it. Like the best time to put from my time side of the world is to 8:30 is when I should be posting my like memes and pics. That's when more people are more active. And yet I'll get off here and I'll watch my other friend get on. Boom, tons of people. And yeah, granted, there's more followers, but the dedication and the long hours is amazing. And it's like, I remember those days, and I just don't want to get burned out anymore. It's no fun to burn out, because when you burn out, it's like you don't ever want to do what you love again. I used to do hands-on healing, and there was what they called the Brenda Special. And I used to place my hands on people, and I just knew how to move the energy, and they'd like, where'd the pain go? Where'd this go? Oh my God, I mentally feel better. Oh, you know what? I never added that. That's what I should have added, Ames and Lucci. Listen, I used to be a hands-on healer, just straight Reiki, Amadeus, reconnection, you name it, I've had it. And that is what actually caused me to say there's got to be a faster way. And that's where I then, because I was working on the meridians, I could see the lines. I'd like, what the hell are those things? And so then spirit had me look at the meridians, and I kept looking at why is the emotions going? And that's because I would get the inspiration of the emotion for that they're having. So let's say they were in sadness, I would feel it, and then I'm holding these different points, and it started to dawn on me the more I worked on their head, and the more that I was connecting to certain meridians, they would transform. And I completely forgot that piece of how success hope therapy was born. Oh my God. Healings is only for the committed. Yes, that's why I said this isn't about me getting big followings, because this isn't really for people. It is and it isn't. Depends on what type, where your soul is. Because if you're ingrained into the immersion of the left brain or the ego world, you get lost in the matrix. You won't hear anything I'm saying. And then what will happen is usually by the time that you're 30, then you'll start to be pushed by the universe to awaken to some degree and to grow, or to at least evolve. If you are more of a right brain and you're listening to your soul, then the younger part of you can come up to me and say, I want that. But it won't last, because your brain is designed to make you go back to sleep until you start to learn how to discipline and to get it. This is why if you take kids when they're younger and have them meditate, or placing their hand on their head as they're young, then they will be more apt to know how to get to peace. And because the first 7 years of your life, you're downloading what it's like to be a person. Then you got up until the age of 13 before the hormones kick in, that you are going to be downloading again, but also with imagination. So you're highly suggestible there. And then by probably about 12 or 13, you start to come online. So then you look at your kids, and if you ever had kids, oh my God, where did my kids' innocence go? And that's because they consciously have come online. Because they've come online, what does that mean? Is that they are now brainwave, is that it's beta, is that they are coming in to run their life. And this is where you have to unlearn all your programs. That's the beautiful part. And it's also the bad part, because if you don't know that unconscious, incompetent shit, anything below that, then it looks like fate. And it's not. It's not. Oh, yes. And I'm wondering if is my heart really involved in doing TikTok at this time? No. Do I know I need to do TikTok? Yes. Do I want to do it at the same time I do Facebook? Yes. And I separated it. Do I need to bring back together? But somehow I've got to figure out how to make this work. What healing do I need to work on? Now that is a good question. So, Jean Ann, as you begin to wake up in the everyday life, when you're looking at it, Spirit is saying one of the simple things you can look at is where you don't really trust. So I feel you've created a comfort zone, and you've learned in the past that you don't trust certain things, so you'll just kind of keep in that comfort zone. And Spirit says it has watched your spirit part of you feel like ho-hum. Okay. But you're also doing a newie, which is ennui meaning dissatisfied. So you're not quite satisfied. And when I'm looking at this is that you don't trust. So you keep weaving back and forth. They said if you could look at how physically how you don't trust certain things or communicate, and you hear those words, they said, start with a little R2D. Okay. Put your hand up here and sit there and heal it out. Yes, I will give you a reading. Lucci says morning might be an opportunity to try for TikTok. See, that's the thing. It's like, how do I fit it in? And maybe I could change probably my routine around, but there's this part of me is like, I don't know. Then you have the American time, Australian time. You know, I just have to now decide if I want to get up a little earlier, because I like that morning routine that I have, because the night routine, it's me and my husband. Okay, Spirit, let's put that in play. And if it is, so be it. Okay. All right. So we're going to take a look at Neil. I'm just going to see Benil, Benila, Layla, Leha. It starts with Benil, whatever. I'm going to give you a reading if you're still here. What I'm hearing is I'm fighting myself. Oh, that's where this is coming from. I'm like, I'm feeling my sinuses fill up. Like I've got inner crying going on. And at the same time, it's like I feel like I'm being choked with the way my body is responding. So there's something going on in your body that gets all your attention, and you don't always feel good all the time. Okay, so tell me if that makes sense to you, because your body, Benila, I can't get it. So sorry. But I feel like in a way you're like, oh God. Majority, I feel there's not enough. So it's like you got helplessness, or you're feeling deficient, or you feel the loss of power. And so you're just looking at your body going, oh, your body is running the show. Does that make sense to you? And it's like, I don't want to get up and have to behave this way again. So a part of you is like, if you have to go to work, you have to feel like you got to become somebody else, or you got to go talk to somebody, you got to become somebody else. You're like, I don't want this. Okay. Yes, it does. I'm very sick of them. This is what's happening. Yes. Okay. So, and the body is saying, you just don't like being manipulated. And you're internalizing that instead of being able to process it out, heal it out. And I'm looking at your 6-year-old, and it is, people just this chemical peptide dump, which means you're thinking, oh, Billy, okay, your thoughts are causing this. And when I look at this, I feel like your thoughts feel like you have no choice. So first of all, let's get this gunky wunk going out. Okay. Let me just check these points. That's down. That's down. That one's up. That one's up. Okay. You can help your body a lot. And normally there's, I would do other points. So I want you to take your hands and, do 3-finger notch. Now, spleen, yes, I got boobs. You're going to put it like in a diagonal line. It's not straight and it's not in front. So diagonal. And you're going to push in on both sides and just rub them. Get in there and rub them. Because when you begin to rub them, you will create yourself. Oh, thanks, James. There you go. And just get in there and rub them. They may be sore. Okay. Once you're done with that, you rub about 30 times. You're going to follow your collarbone, come to the peaks. See, my collarbone's crooked. And then you're going to slide into a hole. You mean literally, you'll feel the hole. And then you're going to get in there and rub. 1, we need to get the meridians to go in the right direction. 2, we got to get the spleen to start taking and supporting you instead of feeling like it's being attacked. So we got to get you to, okay, so the body wants to begin to support. Now you're sick. Now, you got a cold? Do you got the flu? Do you got COVID? Do you got just, you don't know what the hell's going on, but you just feel sick? So you've answered me that. Oh, thank you, Ames. Okay, and answer me that. I will walk you through something in a second. So I need to know where you're at. Okay, I need to know where you're at. Ooh. Lucci, yeah. I think I will have to learn to go in the morning, because I cannot do it at night. I watch you do it and I can barely keep my eyes open. And I'm proud to see both of you getting out there and really putting the love and the joy and everything in that situation out there. And that's good. That's good. So waiting on Billy if she's going to answer. And if not, then I will move on to Amy. So see that. Amy has paid for a reading, so paypal.me/reading11, and she paid $24. Yes. Okay. So what kind of sickness is it? Because I mean, this is just incredibly full. That's funny. There's such a delay. It's amazing. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Isn't that cool? I so like that a lot. So we had somebody have an expedite, and we're gonna. I have no idea waiting on COVID results. So you got your taste buds in? Oh, thank you so much for the rose. I really appreciate that. So as I look at this, I said, what's funny is I don't. Oh, you do have the COVID markers, but it's not saying it's the same. So I'm wondering if it is something. So the environment has been dictating about how lofty it is and how there is a lot of distrust. So your body is picking up a chemical peptide reaction. That's what's overriding. Well, either way, take and after you did those points, get the body start to process out those chemicals. Find your right leg, go down to your big toe and your second toe, slide your 2 fingers up on the bones until it meets and fall into this point here. And I want you to push in and rub. You need to get those chemical peptides out so the body and the blood all start to produce and support and to help you. Okay, so rub them out. I'm putting down my foot and I'm rubbing the point the whole way. Oh God, my thing's getting a massage. That's funny. That is so funny. So Amy, when you are ready, you go ahead and push that button and we'll go from there. Oh, I really like this color. I really wish I could get it on the big screen. That is a lot of snot. Hi, how are you?
So this is weird. Me being it looks weird. Wow.
Oh yeah, I see that. Oh, look at this. How this looks like a feather.
Awesome.
Look at that.
I did that. It doesn't look good on me.
Well, all I know is that I really am stuffed up. So I'm going to turn my chair. I'm going to turn my chair. Doesn't stop the sound, but hey, la, 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 la. But the funny part is there's really nothing there.
It doesn't look the same though. Not quite.
Well, that's probably because I have a flip in my hair. I was told to put 1 curl in my hair, and I did.
That was well, no, but mine's lighter too.
That's true. But notice how it's laid and draped. That's a feather. I'm sorry, that looks just like a feather. Kind of cool.
That was my mommy telling you what to do.
I know, and I still listen. Damn it. Different skin color too. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got more olive tones.
I carry a lot of red.
Okay. That could be it.
I have a lot of red in my skin. So yeah. Okay, well, I don't think this matters. Just throw it out the window. It's a different show altogether. Okay, how can I help now that you asked for a healing?
Yeah, part of the anxiety attack earlier, I think, was due to me going to Sioux Falls tomorrow to the doctor.
So the anticipation, let me ask. So did she have a panic attack? Yes. Oh, it was a nice strong one. It's something to do with playing something else. Does it have to do with the anticipation of tomorrow? Yes. Does it have to do with Sioux Falls? Yes. But it's funny. It's something about the hairdressers.
Really?
So is this your anticipation? No, it's conditioned. Oh, okay. So it's about the interaction of communication? Yes. I said, do you even know what the panic attack was about? Well, I'm petrified about something. What do you mean? I don't want to diminish who I am. I like who I am. Okay, so are you aware that when you go into spaces and places where people knew you, can you be you, or do you have to warp and morph back into the old Amy?
Last time I did, but that was 6 months ago.
Right. Well, did you hear what she said? I did 6 months ago. And I said, so is your body or your brain wanting to do that now? No, that's why I've been hesitating for so long. I've really wanted to get my hair cut, but I know I want to, but yet I want to. So you have a lot of conflict. So again, when did you become petrified by it? Well, they're saying it was a different program. And the program that there's a part of you that feels spiritually you're going to have to address. So around 6 years old, and you know that you're going to have to put up with this timid part of you that makes you shut down. Okay. And you're not sure how to do this. So this is when you don't know how to act around it because you've never done it before. You say, thank you, Spirit. Show me how to show up. I don't know how to do this. I've never been here before. And if you stay tuned to that 7th chakra and that 7th plane, you will start to get an energy, a feeling, which kind of gives this protection thing. So you don't have to go into those old programs. Okay. So take this in consideration too, Lucci, because you're going back into that particular situation as well. Okay. So you both kind of know what you're kind of doing. I guess similarly, I'm going to be doing that too, except for I manifested the person that was supposed to be in my space. They're not going to be there. So I thought, oh, I created a zigzag, so I'm all for that, which is good.
That's a good thing.
But here, okay, so it's about you learning how to choose. Okay. And I says, what do you mean? And you're like, well, I don't really know how to choose because I'm so used to emotionally suppressing. This habit keeps coming up that I can't trust. And so I keep suppressing it. What exactly are you suppressing? That I don't want to do something. And yet I'll still do it. I don't want to behave a certain way. And then I do. So I says, this is about more of a social interaction? Yeah. So you didn't really learn how to do healthy social interaction. And that's the part you're stepping into. Yeah. And that's what, and you know, your mom goes, did you hear what she just said? And I said, yes, Mom, I do. Okay. What I'm hearing is that it's all gossip. So you have this is why your little is like, yeah, when I was little, yeah, I didn't like it. And at the same time, it's a play out because then I'm going to have to go back to a hairdresser's and it's going to play out. I'm watching this. Do you understand? And so looks like a hidden story, but you really know about the overbearing information or the field of when you were with people. So what did you don't have to say it, but I said something to you today. I wrote something to you today that you had to finally see that. Did it make sense to you, what I wrote? Were you aware?
It did.
Okay. I'm trying to see it myself here. What the hell did I say to you?
This morning?
Yeah. Where did it go?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Healing out a belief of.
Yes.
That one?
Yeah. So remember, you have an old identity that was going to try to do its best to creep up. And then as you heal stuff out, you're like, but I don't understand it. Okay, so I know that one.
As I was driving, because I had went and put money on my card, so I was driving when I was, and I held point as I was driving. I wasn't holding point, but I was holding point.
Right. Okay.
And what did I hear? I heard it. What was it? Not better than now. Payback had something to do with, because I know I'm not, it's because because what I had written was I see things so differently now than I did 3 years ago. Because
Yes.
I had texted you before is what it was like, and I can't remember the word.
All right. Well, thank you, Spirit, for bringing that in.
To do with it wasn't narcissistic, but it was started with an N.
Okay, so while you're thinking that, Spirit wants me to put it this way. When you were little, because you had the issues of being an orphan, you learned how you knew you were accepted. Okay, you with that? So you knew that when people would be vulnerable and could trust you with their feelings, you felt what? They let me in. Can you understand what I'm saying there? How you define that you were not kicked down the curb and that you were accepted and that you were in, that's what's got to transform. Because as you heal out and now you're wondering why people are telling you this or doing that, or you should assume this, is because they see the old you where you had to be constantly talked and told and da-da-da. And now you're like, well, why would they say that? So now not only do you're healing out, but you also have to see why you did it. And then you have because you're wanting to grab the wisdom. You really want the wisdom. But how are you going to get the wisdom? And you have to begin to see it. So your old program is, do you remember the conversation you had one time for me? And I was very vulnerable. And you're like, oh, there's the real you. And I'm like, bullshit, that's not the real me.
Oh, yeah.
But notice that in you, that sensation in you. Do you understand? That's not true intuition. That was a program so that you had self-assuredness and the ego stance. You're not that person anymore. But you're part of your program of your body is like, I'm still going to draw it to me because it's part of my attraction factor. So as you begin to learn to heal that out, you have to get the wisdom that sits there. I can't explain the wisdom to you, except for all of a sudden, oh God, I see why I wanted it so bad. And it's based on a feeling. And if I asked you, so what is that feeling? And that is, I have to be pride. That's pride. So you only knew yourself and be an ego. You see what I'm saying? And you're staring at something and you're confusing yourself.
Oh, I'm trying to turn off my comments.
Oh.
But I don't remember how, but that's all right.
Oh, that's right, because you're live. Yeah, and I'm not even seeing that. That's funny. Okay. So you had distracted yourself for so long from being the real you because you had to grasp and hold on to, this is what's important. This is what's important. If I don't have this, then there must be something wrong. Good, you got that. You're going to go and talk to somebody that's going to cut your hair. And are they old and familiar and family?
I've known her since the day she was born.
Okay. No, that's the old you. You also know that a beauty shop means what? Gossip. So you have that old program there. Now, it's funny because I've gone into the beauty shops down here. I hear no one gossip because I don't know why, but I hear them talk about all different other kinds of things. And we created conversations that had nothing to do with gossip. So your body is confused. Your mind gets clear, but your body's got to attract in this. So I'm like, what are you going to attract in that your body's creating anxiety with? It's saying it's nothing. I said, seriously? Did you heal it out? No. Okay. You're trying to deny something. So if I say I don't need that, tell me straight up. And they said, well, she's going to go into a condition and a habit, and that she's got to feel awkward, and then she's going to have to feel irrelevant as everybody else talks about their stuff, and she's got to let go that nobody loves her and that old pattern, because it's not true. So do you lose your voice when you're talking to people and just let them talk?
Pretty much.
Is that who you are now?
Yeah.
So you're going to meet your identity.
Yeah.
You're going to meet your old identity. And the question is, can you go from falling into the temptation to being that? That's where the test is going to become.
But it's going to be a big test.
And because of that, they're saying that when you do, you're going to have to curb the exertion of power. Like, I need to communicate, but no. If you feel like you want to talk, or that's how you were before, then you're going to go, oh, I won't. Or notice the exertion of pushing you so you don't. The unfamiliar territory is, how do I talk about the things I love? I don't mind doing small talk. This is why you don't ask spirit or ego, you ask spirit. Thank you, spirit, for showing me how to show up. And sometimes it's just to show up as, but not the old program where it's, I got to be afraid to talk. Keep yourself in line with that. And go, and keep it open, because you are going to also be more vulnerable when you start feeling their field. And I said, what is the one emotion that could possibly be something there? So would you say that she's the type of girl that resents? Okay. So understand that you could easily go into a resentment stage and you won't even know you did it. You'll go all the way down. You'll go all the way down to your chakras, and you're going to go, oh, she's talking about resentment, but I got a story for you. And then you can look at it and go, shit, I need to heal that. It's got a charge on that. Okay, duly noted. Going to heal that shit out. So it can work to your benefit. It really can.
It can. Yeah. I'm excited because I'm going to go see Grandma too.
Yay! That your height, yes. Yes. So you're going to have a lot of good things. Talking to the doctor. You're going to the doctors, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Going to the doctor first, then going to get my hair done, and then going to go see Grandma.
Oh, well, you're just going to be pretty and, all of that. And it's going to be great because Grandma's going to love it. You're going to feel pretty.
And since there's no class, there's no show, there's no tribal, I don't have to be home.
Exactly. So, yeah. I don't know how long we're going to be gone, but I'm not going to do, the only thing I'm going to do is tribal. I'm not going to be doing anything else I can think of unless we can get certain things hooked up and done correctly. Then, yeah, I may come on for like 10, 20 minutes here and there to check out and see if the thing works. But a break is a break. So I don't have to get, like I said, I completely forgot that what I had done. And which was, how did I really create success? Hope therapy was, I got burned out on doing hands-on healing. But I remember always asking the question, where'd their emotions go? And I was looking for somatic releases, the things that I learned, and they didn't really have them. But I could feel the shifts. I could feel it. I could feel their emotions. And I would just hold points, touch things, and just, not a straight Reiki. Yeah, I can't do that. Not a straight, Reiki. I can't. And it was just like, oh, that if I touch here and here, and I'd watch it zap together, and the next thing in there, where'd it go? And I'm like, oh. And then now I can do it without the body. Because it's always about you, And I'd always talk.
It is. It's the coolest modality that I've ever seen.
Awesome.
Success.
And now Source.
And then Source Point. Oh my God. I love Source Point.
So, and see, when I would be working with people, if people didn't want to hear it, I'd keep my mouth shut. But the majority of the people, when they let me talk and tell them what's going on and the things I see, they would direct it. And because my hands were there moving the electromagnetic energy, the body would release it. And that's why they would always say, I want a Brenda special. I had all these other things that they could have. No, they want that one. I was okay. And I got burned out, and I did it 7 years straight. And most of it was for free. And Spirit said, no, you can't have that gift. And I'm like, oh, I could if I wanted to, but my heart is not in it. I said, am I supposed to heal it out? They go, no, your heart is meant to be here. And because otherwise you would have never asked this question. I'm like, oh. So every time I try to go back to it, Spirit goes, ain't gonna work. Oh, yeah, okay. Like doing pet readings. Yeah, you can do some, but that's not your avenue. Ain't gonna work. I'm like, oh, yeah. So I got like bumper, like when you go bowling and you got those bumper things that keep it from going in the gutter. That's what those are for. I will feel that if I go off the movement, then all of a sudden I can feel the bumpers. So I don't go in the gutter. So I don't have to waste my time doing bitch slaps and things like this. I just gently get put back into, oh yeah. And then I get a refresh of how much I love what I do. So that's why I know I'm supposed to go on these other platforms. So I don't have a bumper in that. I'm just gently being guided to get onto them, but move in a different direction. So I haven't quite figured that one out yet, because each one is so completely different. One is completely quiet. Some people ask, but this is also, I think this is just the wrong time period. I gave this a shot. I think I might have to do what Lucia said, which is do it in the morning. Maybe I'll do an hour.
Pray fucking early in the morning.
So if I do mine at
your morning?
Yeah, if I do it from 9 to 10, if I do it mine 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. If I decided to do
your 9 a.m. is about 6 p.m. here.
Okay. So if I decide to do it for an hour and a half before I do my Facebook show, we'll see what happens. I probably could do it. I could probably go from 9:30 up until almost time to get on my other show. And see if it's better. Do you know what I mean? Chugging along. Plus, I need to put videos up. I need to interact with it. I mean, I just can't imagine doing all the effort that you're doing, because I just don't like talking to myself. Seriously, I don't like talking to myself.
I see it. The way that I look at it, for me, is I'm reteaching myself what you taught me.
See, that's good.
I'm firing and wiring it, so I'm doing the teacher-student thing.
Exactly. That I can see. That I can see, and it helps when I come in and pop a little head in and hey. And I'm glad you don't see me as a threat. That's awesome.
And the ones that know you and have followed me since I started, they love it when you come in.
I love it too. You can feel that love. That's what's fun. But yeah, so I do know that I got to go in a few minutes so I can help out somebody learn something. So that means I have a client. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do this in the afternoon. This is such a poor time to come in. Oh, thank you so much, Lucia. I appreciate that.
We love you.
Yeah, and see, this is those moments. Why I need to hear them is because it gives me. It's like drinking a shot of great water or grapefruit juice. And ciao for now, babe. And so it feeds me.
Bye, Lucia.
It feeds me to be stronger, get back into the game, and refresh my soul. So it says, yes, this movement is happening. And you're one of my biggest supporters, and you right from the start. And that's why I'm so glad you healed your shit so you can come back.
Me too.
I mean, yes, I can do it alone. I could do it alone, but it's always so nice when you don't have to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
God,
Yeah,
it's so
I do.
nice. But I've also learned I
No,
can.
I didn't like that
Oh.
month and a half, 2 months, whatever it was.
I love that. She says mineral love water refreshes the soul. It certainly does. It does. Because you guys are so full of nutrients. There's so much love there. And water is great. So I appreciate every time you guys help and share and to movement. And would I even have a show if it wasn't for the fact that they are the ones that are committed to who they are. You know who I missed today? Linda.
She was not on tonight. I wonder if she fell asleep putting her little one to bed.
Because I didn't see her in she didn't come to Tribal, did she? No, she went to bed early then too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, speaking of class, I noticed when I was going through to watch, put each one up in a separate instead of all together.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
For what?
To get to the one that you need to watch.
Really? In Facebook?
Uh-huh. In Facebook.
Well, how come I can just go down and push the one I want?
I don't know. Bye, Lucia.
Well, I'm glad to have that insight, considering the fact is I debated on what to do.
Because when I pop it up, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it has +6. And then you have, so you almost have to go through, each one of them.
That's
to get to the one that you want.
In albums. Oh, that sucks. Well, I'll have to fix that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. But that's the same. See, the thing is when it comes to, see, I'm not going to fix that for Tribal because.
Well, no, that way they can watch it.
Right, and it's easier to go by month there, whereas in Source Point, I don't want that to be the issue.
Flip camera. See, this is what I see.
Okay.
And then that one there.
And that's album.
Then I have to click that, and then it goes to the big, and you have to click through each one.
No. I've never seen that. Are you serious? I'll have to come on in with another account and see how to do it. They took that option where you can just choose out of his album would line them right up.
Yeah, no, it puts and then I went to see if I could, and then when I go into just the album, it's only the first 2 classes.
Oh.
If I go to media and I go to albums.
Different format.
No, it says 8 videos now. But if you just go in the way that I did, yeah, in albums, yeah, now it's showing all of them, but earlier it didn't. So I must have switched timeline somewhere.
Well, are you in the right timeline now?
I think so.
So don't have to put up with anything? I don't change anything?
No, I just have to remember where to go.
So that's the Source
and
Point,
maybe,
correct? In Source Point? Okay. Because you should be able to find everything in files and media. Files, you haven't had any problem with those, I don't think. Media and albums.
No.
So I only have one album right there, and it should line them up. Now, if I take my screen and make it skinnier. So if I have it in, okay, so do you have it in full mode or do you have it in half mode? Because half mode only shows me a few, but it lines them up in a row. So still don't know what format you got. But if I make it big and it fills my whole space, it shows that I can get to all of them.
Yeah, but you have to click through.
I know.
When I just pop into the group and go scroll down to where the videos are.
So if you go up to the top,
where I have to go through each
I want you to go where it says the words about, discussion, featured rooms, topics, members, events, media, and files. Hit media. Then hit albums.
Yep, and then go to albums, and then have to click that, and then they're all there. There's 8 of them.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 7 and 3 particular. Oh, 8. There's 8. Okay. So
yeah, I like some good faces that you got.
yeah, they are kind of weird. I don't think I'll ever wear that yellow and gray again. It looks fine at the time, but I don't really like it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't one of my favorites. My favorite top is the pink one that you wore the day before your birthday.
I'll have to think about that.
Well, you always usually wear a tank under it.
Oh,
You've
the
got
pink
a
one on my
couple,
birthday.
videos that you're wearing that.
Yeah, the one I
that
wore
you
on my
were,
birthday out. Yeah.
And I think you have some pants coming that will match that.
That'd be good. I'm trying to get to my page. It's not working. I was trying to put the. Now we're just having a conversation because there's nobody else freaking here. Yeah, I'm going to end the show in a minute, and then you can go live and have fun.
Oh, I'm only gonna go live for maybe an hour because I gotta sleep.
Ah, okay. Well, I need to find my home page, so I need to go Facebook first. And I got to go help somebody heal, like I said. I need a picture of this. Oh, that's right. I can actually download this and put it up so you can see it. Hee hee. Yes. When the door.
Yeah, it is cute. And those colors really look good on you.
Yeah, man. If it would just last more than 2 washings, I would so do this. I mean, seriously, I would so do this.
It's nice. It's nice.
Thank you. All right, so I'm almost there.
I'm debating on what I should do tomorrow with my hair. I should.
What, tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
What is tomorrow?
I'm gonna get my hair done.
Oh, so you weren't going to get it ready before you go. You're going to say, hey, cut it so I can.
I just. Anyway.
So color.
Usually, because I mean, if you look, I've got at least about 4 inches.
You got a lot. I can see it in your bangs, that's for sure. See,
yes.
They won't even allow me to. Oh, I know why they won't allow it. I was say, man, ever since they put in that you have to switch profiles, I always get confused because I can't get the download. There's my download. Hey, I didn't sing today, so they didn't cut out my stuff. So that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
I dislike when they do that shit. I'm trying not. Oh man, I just went. I hate that they take me there. Cancel, clear, delete. Take my power back. See, I can only get to it by going through the other profile. They force you to use their new profile, and I don't like it, which means I can't ever edit it. Now, as long as they don't take that ability away, I should be able to go in and edit it, whereas before, hopefully they don't.
Oh, in the business suite?
Yes. See, I have to be in my own personal profile, so I can go to my own video so I can put edit. And then they take and
oh, wow.
See, now they don't even have that feature there. How in the hell am I supposed to do that? They took it away. Oh man, now it's like, how am I supposed to do this? Is it small? Yeah, the edit thing is not there. Okay, I know another way. All right, so if I go down into
yes, LG, she does take specific questions, Lauren.
Yeah, if you have a question, I'll be glad.
Question.
Yep, you catch me before I go, sure. All right, I can't even get to my own stupid videos.
You having problems there?
Sorta. It's like they force you to go to this business suites. I go over, I can't get to the videos. Okay, now I got to that video. Now, can I get into it and hit edit? See, now I'm clicking over there. Okay, so they have a new way of editing it. Oh, okay, but I found it. It's just like 20 other steps, but that's.
Hey, Fern.
Let me hit save.
Oh, that is.
Oh, so the other person must have left.
I don't do pregnancy, Rachel.
How you doing?
Raquel.
You got a few minutes? Yeah. So, you know, I got like 3 minutes. I can do something if somebody asked. But otherwise, I'm going to say goodbye to this because nobody talks over there. Got to shut that one down.
Yeah, I gave up on that one. I have 129 followers.
3, 2, 3, 4.
Oh. And it's so, do you notice that Clapper heats up your phone? It sucks the energy out of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I had my phone plugged in during my show. Somebody sent me money. I had my phone plugged in and it almost killed it. Oh, so where is Lauren? Lauren
is on TikTok.
Okay. There she is. Okay. Now, there's a question. How do you, okay, hold on. You got 12 people. Okay. All righty. That was awesome. I can do that. I can write to those other people. So I want to know how Dee feels when he, is the CUM? or what are you trying to say? Will he come?
Will he come back, or will he come forward and say how he feels?
Okay, so I want to know how. I got the connection of the person when he comes back. Okay, so I'm just going to look at this and say, Spirit, forward. You got forward. Oh, I see it now. When he comes forward. Okay, so chances are. All right, so this is how Spirit's going to answer this. When I'm looking at it, you want a straight yes and no. Okay, but I'm looking at the variables. I'm seeing that he's very conditioned with his actions and he has a lot of invading energies that he feels timid. Now, am I reading him? No, I'm reading how you see him. So this is the energy field that he comes up with you. Now, you can't have him come to you or get to know him any other way than you let him. So that means you have an old program. So as he comes forward, he feels very deficient sometimes. He may come across completely different. So to answer that question, I'm wanting to know how he feels when he is, again, that's a loaded question. Comes forward how? Talks to you? Has he ever talked to you? I need to know these directions because I'm not like your regular psychic who's just going to tell you stuff just to take your money. Because what I'm looking at is that there's a reward and punishment that I feel that your body's going through, and you have a certain amount of despair. As you do this, then he has to keep showing up to you in this way, and there's a part of you that keeps repeating the pattern with him. I mean, how will he feels about me, and will he tell me how he feels? Again, I've seen he's very conditioned and he feels very shy. So he's going to create a self-imposed limitation. He may not know how to approach it. I said, if you were to communicate with him differently, would he? No, he's got a condition. He has a condition. And since you're not quite sure about how I use my words, then I will turn to certain things and I'll ask Spirit, talk to me. You have to learn about the getting to know each other. Okay, so you're in a process of learning to get to know each other. The question is, do you have a communication problem? Are you able to communicate, or are you relying on different ways of being? And so Spirit then tells me that it has to do with you two are learning how to forgive and to learn with one another. That means you don't have an automatic connection as far as communication flowing. So you're going to have this clumsiness. You're going to have these things. We are not communication right now. Exactly. So you have this. So let me ask you, were you communicating before? Were you in a relationship? Did you break up? I need to know this because, again, I'm watching. You are asking me to read about him. And I'm telling you that if you really want him in your space, ooh, I'm looking at how young you were, about 12 years old. That had to do with a learned helplessness, that how you're supposed to communicate with men, how you're supposed to act and be with men. And sometimes you get very timid and very awkward. So you let him take the reins in the situation. Okay. Now, if you don't have him in your space at all, where did you learn how to communicate with men? Did you always feel like you did not have energy? Did you feel like you had to give your reins away? Have you seen your family do that? Women do that? Do you understand? See, you're asking me, will he talk to you? So if you guys have never communicated, it goes right back to, are you allowing yourselves to get to know one another? Yes. Timid and awkward. Only with men I like. Yes. You started to first learn that. From what I can see, you started to notice that around 2 years old. So it means you watched somebody in your family being really awkward with men. And when you start to, the people that you really like, there's an invading energy that makes you feel incompatible. I said, what kind? Is it a good invading energy? They said, yeah, you didn't know what to do when somebody, Spirit's telling me something else. So when your heart starts to feel this energetic, ooh, I like them, you don't know if you can be honored back, because I feel like you watched something growing up that wasn't really good. So it was more of a surprise and an OMG. I'm watching that you keep certain people at bay because it's safer. I said, why? Because I can't be confident because I don't want my heart crushed. So it's safer. So I have these walls up. I'm hearing the tone of my voice wanting to change. So there's a part of you that just looks, and you're watching. You're more of a voyeur about it because you're afraid that if you get your heart crushed, you won't know how to recover because you witnessed somebody having the heartbreak. So at 7 years old, did you see somebody get divorced? Did you see a fight? Did you see between men and women? Because you don't really know how to have a social engagement, because you felt, now this is what I want you to understand. My sister was holding me as I had hurt my leg. It's bleeding. It's cut wide open. And I didn't feel the pain. I didn't need to cry. But she saw it. She screamed. Her scream was a shrill and it went through my body. So I know about the pain I had. Okay. And so the thing is that you, when you were little, I think you picked up somebody's heartache. Something happened. There was a heartache. Now you said that, no, but my relationship with my dad was strained. That can play a lot on it, because the first person that you get to love in the opposite sex is usually your father, and you're going to love them. They're your God. And if it's strained, then you're going to be wanting this relationship, but you're going to be on guard. Okay. So there's a part of you that doesn't want to be dumped on. There's a part of you that don't want to repeat something. There's a part of you that only has that experience, and you're like, I don't want it to happen again. Now, I want you to feel that you're afraid to get your heart crushed. That's why I won't talk. That's why I won't do things. So what I want you to do, just play with me for a minute. Take your left hand. And I want you to place your finger here on your left hand, and then put your thumb there. Push in. Put your finger here, make the letter C, push in your thumb. You don't have to push in your finger. Turn your fingers here for support. Thank you, Amy. And then take your palm, place it on your forehead, and drop. And I want you to sit there just like this. Don't take it down because I am. Do like Amy's doing. Keep your hand there. Now, I want you to feel that strainedness, how you can't be confident because you're going to get your heart crushed. I want you to feel that. I want you to measure it. Scale from 0 to 10. 10 being, oh. You keep your hand there and you keep checking in. I can't be confident because I'm getting my heart crushed. I can't let people in my world because I don't want. what happens is you're going to start getting clarity. The body creates a circuit of healing. And the body, innate intelligence, does the healing for you. You just have to focus on your health. And the thought processing will come from a 10 down to a 0. And your clarity in your mind and the emotions will change, and you'll start to feel more confident. You won't be having those old programs control you or run you. But that will also then change because you've healed. You can change the energy between the person that you like and you keep putting at bay. And what will happen if you feel that with that person, and that is, holy crap, you want to know what the card is? A chance for new love, which means your heart is saying it's okay to love again. And then you're going to put up a different sequence, a different broadcast, a different frequency that'll actually bring in love. He knows how I feel, though. I'm waiting for him. You got to take the power within yourself. And remember, I know you're not holding that point, because you wouldn't be saying that. If you're holding that, you wouldn't be saying, I'm waiting for him. Don't give that much power away to a man. You need to fall in love with yourself. You need to get that confidence. And there's a party that needs to be able to hold yourself in a certain position so they can come to you. And if they don't want to come to you, then I don't mean to break your heart, but you got to remember, you have this going on. It's going to call, okay, you're actively waiting. Good on you. I'm glad that you're choosing what you're choosing. Remember, you made the choice. You're saying it's okay. You're giving yourself permission. Be proud of that. So if you're going to stand back and, don't do the healing, then if you're going to actively wait, you're telling the universe, I'm going to actively wait. So do not let him talk to me, because I have to actively wait. And I'm going to put my order out to the universe that I have to actively wait. That means if he approaches me, I have to pull away. I got to self-sabotage because I have to actively wait. You're putting an order in just like you do at Amazon, and you get a tracking number. Okay? And that will continue. So I gave you a way out to help change the way your brain thinks, help you with the emotions. Well, if you're doing a lot of healing work, you don't need me because you got it figured out. How's that working for you? I know what these tools do. I'm not going to do anything else. So time's up because I have to go over and help out another client. No, I don't do it stubbornly and be angry. You didn't do any healing. Let me tell you the big thing that happens. Amy, keep your hands off your face. And if she was bitching, her brain would start firing and wiring. And it makes a program. And how your program runs you. 95% of your programs will run you. Okay? So if Amy's going to bitch about it or be upset about it or actively be in pain about it, I'll tell her just to do this. So Amy's now going to do this. And what will happen is that if she sits there and measures how much she is not love, but less than love, and focuses on how she knows it, she's going to stop the programs. She's going to disrupt the programs. She's going to create herself to be happier and healthier. Now, Amy, how do you know that? You can take your hand down. Talk to me. How do you know that?
Because when you do put your hand in your head, you're bringing the blood back up to your brain, so you can actually start thinking your way out of a paper bag so that you can get clarity. And those emotions that you're holding actually start to release out. They jiggle out, or however your body releases them, they release. And when you don't hold that, even just, oh my God, or the point that Brenda gave you, L1D, that's going to help you feel better.
You get your power back. But Amy knows this because she's even taken my courses. She knows what she's getting. She was in a shit show, having a panic attack. And yes, I was in the middle of a show, but she goes, panic attack. And I said, here, do this, this, and this, that. She had enough tools that I gave her, plus the tools that she's learned. She wouldn't be talking to me right now. Because
I would be bawling my eyes out. I would probably be in bed trying to sleep and not sleeping because I was in a shit show.
And you probably would have created a have a migraine. Isn't that great not to have those anymore?
I love not having migraines.
So what we're saying is maybe something new to you, but you are so worth it. You are so worth loving yourself. You are so worth the healing. When you begin to just do something simple. So when you take your hand down, you're telling the brain to fire and wire that program to feel like shit. But if you know that you can put your hand here and talk to the innate wisdom, nope, we're not creating a program. We're going to heal that program out. And when you do, and you start getting knowing the differences and you witness the difference, you're going to care about yourself. Doesn't mean you have to go out into that world, but it means that you will transform into being more happier, more love and joy. You're worth it. You've got to see it. I'm not going to do all the work. I'll help you, but this is a self-help. This is self-empowerment.
Brenda, we've got confirmation over here on my side.
Ooh, do tell.
Natalie says, I remember coming into Amy's live with a panic attack, and she told me to do that exact same thing, and it worked so well. And Kayla says, yes, it does. And Jay says, true.
See?
So it works.
It works.
You just have to. You have to like kick your ego out the door for a minute and just sit there and just hold it.
And nobody wants to hear that you got, I got to keep my excuses and my reasonings. I have to. Now,
no, you don't.
You can go onto YouTube, rewatch this, and get, after you do a healing, you can rewatch this and you can start seeing what I actually said. I was agreeing with you in the beginning. I was reading how he was in that field. He did show up to you that way at one time. But it's you, he can't show up to you any other way than you let him. And I told you even how that was. And then I gave you a tool to just take and heal out how you knew it. But you got to give yourself permission. You are so worth it.
Yes, you are.
So, you know,
you are worth it.
You're always this magically creating at one point or another. All right. I got to go because I got a client. And thank you so much, James, for coming on, and thank you so much for the energy exchange of money. I appreciate that. And all you wonderful people, go heal yourself. You are beautiful. Okay. We need you heal yourself. You're healing us. As we heal ourselves, we're healing each other. We are going to make a difference. Go give yourself permission. All right. I love all of you. I can't see all the comments you have on that side because I don't have that screen up, but I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. And I think I'll change it around, so I'll do it early in the morning. That's if I can get my ass out of bed.
I would call you, but you won't hear it anyway.
No, I won't. You won't. No, exactly. All right. So what are the hashtags? Hashtag resolve to evolve.
Heal instead of deal.
Hashtag feel it to heal it.
Hashtag you can heal that.
And I can heal that. You can heal that. Yeah. Hashtag when in doubt, use a tool.
Grab a tool and heal it out.
Exactly. So I love you. And remember, you're already blessed and whole. And I will hold that space for you until you finally get it yourself. And then we'll share the love.